When backing up a Qlik Sense server, we are essentially making copies of things. Today, let's talk about backing up certificates. Let's find out which certificates need to be backed up, what role each certificate plays, and where to find them. Let's start by launching the Microsoft Management Console and adding the certificates snap-in, which is where we'll be able to find the certificates that we'll need to back up. Let's go to the Start menu, type MMC, select the MMC app, and click the Yes button to launch it. Okay, so here we have a nice empty Microsoft Management Console. Let's add the certificate snap-in so we can actually see the certificates. And to do that, go to the File menu and select this Add Remove Snap-in option. Then select the certificates and click the Add button. Let's select the computer account option first to bring up the list of certificates issued to your server. And click the Next button, and then click the Finish button. Okay, that added server's certificate. Next, let's add the certificates issued to the user account. To do that, select the certificates again and click the Add button. Leave My User Account option selected and click the Finish button. And then click the OK button. Okay, so this is where you'll be able to see and back up the certificates from. Now, in order to recover a Qlik Sense server from backups, you will need to back up at least 4 certificates. Let's see what they are. I'll start with servers certificates. If you expand a local computer, personal, and then select the certificates folder, you'll see a certificate named QlikServiceCluster. That's the first one that will need to be backed up. This certificate is used for distributing apps from an on-prem Qlik Sense server to Qlik Cloud. Here's an example. I have a license that allows me to have both an on-prem server and a Qlik Cloud server. Part of the perks of this setup is that I can distribute apps from my on-prem server to Qlik Cloud. This way, my users will be able to access apps without having to VPN to my company's network. It's a very cool and convenient feature, but in order to enable app distribution from on-prem to Qlik Cloud, you'll need this certificate. And this certificate needs to be backed up to have this app distribution functionality continue working after server is recovered from backups. This next certificate, among other things, is used to encrypt data connection credentials. Every data connection that uses a username and password had those credentials encrypted with the help of this certificate. If this certificate is not backed up, all the apps that use data connections with credentials will fail to reload until passwords are re-entered for all of those data connections that need them. This is a very important certificate to back up. Having it backed up will save you a whole lot of headache during server recovery. This next certificate you may or may not have. I use it to secure communications between my Qlik Sense server and employee PCs that connect to it. If you have a certificate like this one, you'll need to back it up to avoid issues during the recovery process and to avoid the need to request a new certificate to continue securing the server-client communications. Now, you may also have other certificates here that, for example, are used to encrypt QD and QVF files. If you do, those certificates should also be backed up. As a rule of thumb, I back up all of the certificates that are in server's personal certificates folder. It doesn't hurt to have backups of all server certificates. Now, these first 2 certificates were issued by the server where Qlik Sense is installed. In my case, that's my QS test CE01 server. you will have the name of your server listed for these two certificates. Your server and my server can issue certificates to itself. That's what happened here. But in order for these two certificates to be trusted, for them to work essentially, we need to have a corresponding certificate in the Trusted Root Certification Authority folder. For example, these two certificates were issued by QS Test CE01-CA. And in the Trusted Root Certificates folder, I have this matching QS Test CE01-CA certificate. Again, you'll have the same setup, but your certificates will have the name of your server. For example, and for added clarity, here's my prod server, and that's the certificate with my prod server's name. And here's my dev server, and it has the certificate with my dev server's name. You get the idea. Whatever is the name of your server, you will see a certificate with your server's name in the Trusted Root Certification Authorities folder. That certificate must be backed up to ensure that the other certificates continue working after server recovery. Lastly, we have this QlikClient Certificate in the Service Accounts Personal Certificates folder. This certificate is used to secure communications between various Qlik Sense services. It needs to be backed up to make sure that communications between Qlik Sense services will continue to be encrypted after server recovery. So there you go. These are the certificates that need to be backed up, why we need to back them up, and where we can find them. Come back tomorrow and I'll show you the process that I follow to get these certificates backed up. I'll see you then.